What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So today I'm on my way to the gym, sitting outside the gym right now actually, and I want to do a video. I want to do a moment that gets me hype again. And I'm also going to talk about health toward the end of this video. And maybe in between there'll be you'll understand what I'm talking about once I get into it. So without further ado, the moment that gets me hyped that I want to talk about today, it comes from WWE, the pro wrestling genre, and it was Edge's return to WWE in the Royal Rumble. Edge had been sidelined, he retired really because he had a serious neck injury and the doctors no longer would clear him for competition. So out of the blue, very spontaneous, very surprisingly, we were informed by Edge himself that he would have to vacate the title and he would have to retire from pro wrestling because he was no longer going to be cleared for in-ring competition. We thought that was the end. I mean, this happens all the time in professional wrestling where an injury will sideline your career, and it often is neck injuries because what happens when your neck is injured, you have to be very cautious on how you do and what you do going forward, simply because you can risk further injury, partial paralysis, total paralysis, or even death. The injuries to the back and the spine are that serious that once you have those injuries, you have to monitor them, treat them, and sustain from certain things to keep them from being injured worse or more severely. Anyway, Edge retires, and we see him pop up from time to time on announcement teams. We see him pop up on different movies and things of that nature. And we never thought Edge would make a comeback. Whenever they have spine injuries and back injuries, wrestlers almost never come back from that. That's usually the end of it. If they do come back, they're severely diminished, and they only come back for a short amount of time, or they come back in a very limited capacity. Well, the rumors start to circulate. There was a lot of talk going into that year's Royal Rumble, and I forget which year it was, so please forgive me. I know it was before 2022, if I'm not mistaken, and I might even be mistaken on that. But Edge had always been a superstar that I gravitated toward. I was a big fan of. He was somebody I definitely related to. His transformation, his journey. Him being able to evolve and continue to keep himself relevant. His provocativeness, his flamboyance, his in ring ability, his over the top selling, just a lot of things that Edge did. I definitely gravitated toward, right. And I mean, if not none of the least being his theme music. I loved his theme music, and I love that opening. Right, you think you know me, and then you hear the drums come in, and you see the pyros, and on this day, and just such a catchy, iconic theme song. So when he was coming back, honestly, I'm not the one who's on the blogs. I'm not on the Twitters and the news feeds and all that stuff, right? When people are saying that this is rumored to be true and that's rumored. I like to be entertained when I'm watching WWE, when I'm watching professional wrestling. So to me, I think it takes away from the entertainment if you hear all the rumors that are going on backstage, if you hear all that, because you know what's coming. I didn't know what was coming at all, right? I'm sitting there, I'm watching the WWE, and in the Royal Rumble, for those of you who know, if there's a countdown. For those of you who don't know, the Royal Rumble is a 30-man event. They also have a women's Royal Rumble now, and basically it starts off with two competitors, and every 5 minutes, another competitor is added to the match. The way to be eliminated from the match is to throw your opponent over the top rope, and whoever is the last one in the ring after all 30 competitors have come out and you haven't been eliminated over the rope, you are crowned WWE winner of the Royal Rumble, and you get a number one contender shot for a championship. Anyway, music's hit, and you know who's coming out, right? And as each competitor comes out, you know, their music hits, they come out, they come out. So finally, we get to the spot where Edge is, and I should have watched the video so I can remember what spot he is and what cheer he is. But I'm being a bit lazy today on this video, so bear with me and my apologies. At the end of the day, his music hits. I mean, it goes silent, right? And all the competitors look toward the ramp, and you hear it. You think you know me, and then his on this day, and he comes running out, and he's standing there, and you can see the tears in his eyes, you can see the goosebumps, the emotion, and the crowd goes crazy, and they're so excited that he's there. And that emotion right there, it just gets me hyped because, you know, and this is the part where the video is going to pivot, and hopefully you guys are still with me at this moment. But you don't realize how much you love and enjoy just simple things until you can no longer do them. And that's what happened with Edge.